This is Pat Walker, Mission Winners, making an ETF video review. So let's go through it here real quick, down and dirty. Here we go. Biotechnology is just basing down here. Got a good volume bar right here, up bar. You've got another one right here. Perhaps it'll go through these tops right in here. Biotechnology. ARC Innovation starting to pick up. This was a hot ETF last year. Maybe it's going to start picking up. Owns a lot of the maxlist types of stocks. Same thing is true with next generation internet. Starting to pick up a little bit. Technology related, okay? Biotechnology, kind of hanging in there. Ran up, pulled back. Maybe it's going to form a little shelf here and lift off again. Biotechnology. Cloud computing. Look at this. In a relatively rough week in the market, look at cloud computing picking up. And yeah, we're involved with cloud computing. Energy. This is why we do this. In 1 second, you say, I don't think I'm going to do a lot of energy stocks. Done. Move on. You don't have to overthink it. There you go. This owns internet stocks. Another ETF that's involved with technology internet. IBD 50 still lagging. Still lagging. No pushing this at all. That's a slight negative. Gold. Gold miners. What does this tell you right here? It says, I ain't going to look at any gold miners. Perfect. Huge part of this game is knowing what to look for, what industry groups to look for, and what to avoid. Forget the gold miners for now. Junior gold miners, forget them. They're done for now. Gold, dropping, leave it. Maybe it's going to bounce. Why play the maybe game? Stack the deck in your favor. Do higher probability. Cybersecurity's hanging in there. I think that's a cute ticker symbol, hack. That's hanging in there decent. That looks good. Biotechnology, chopping around a little bit, but not that bad. Internet retail, online, hanging in there. Good volume up bar here. Good volume up bar here. Good volume up bar here and here. So perhaps it'll lead. Perhaps it'll start to pick up again. It's not perfect, but just pointed it out. North American technology. What does this tell you? Maybe that's something to be looking at. We look at this every week and we saw it picking up here. And yeah, we own technology stocks. It's about all we own. Medical, picking up a little bit, but not a lot of great leadership with it, okay? Mid-cap, what does this tell you? I'm staying away from mid-cap stocks. Done. Home builders, picking up a little bit, but folks, it's not a leadership position. Move on. This owns a lot of the maxlist stocks. Look at that, IVW. And yes, we have owned some maxlist stocks, and we own some maxlist stocks. Two in particular, NVIDIA and Amazon. And that's a big chunk of what's going on right here. So, maxlist stocks. Airline stocks. It's below the 50-day and the 50 days fallen. Forget it. Well, maybe it's going to bounce. Why play the maybe game? Move on. Leave it alone. Look at this. Regional banking, no thanks. Mid-cap ETF, MDY. I'm staying away from mid-cap stocks. Oil services, pulling back. It's still above the rising 50, but it is falling a fairly heavy volume. Be careful with it. Online retail, just basing, maybe it'll start to pick up. Okay, we can remember that. Software, just no real push yet. All right. Nasdaq 100, QLD. It's hanging in there. That's good to see. Nasdaq 100. Gosh, I wonder what they're involved with. Oh, a lot of maxlist stocks. Gee whiz, thanks. QQQ, similar situation. Cloud computing is picking up in a rough market environment. Look at this. In fact, you see this right here? That's cloud computing. Watch this. Here's the S&P 500. There's the S&P 500. There's cloud computing. What's the difference? I think cloud computing is leading the market. Thank you. There you go. Silver. Nope. It's tarnished. I had to do that. Steel. Gotten rusty. Nothing. That's a little dad humor for Father's Day weekend. Semiconductors going sideways, but down on heavy volume here and down on heavy volume. Still, it starts picking up near 255. Leave it alone. Semiconductors, another one. Nothing. Spiders. Gaps down below the 50-day on heavy volume. That's not good. S&P 500. SSO, leveraged ETF, S&P 500, same situation. Be careful. Solar, it's just going sideways. It had a good day here. That's still below the 200-day, folks. Until that starts showing some life, not a lot going on there. Small cap. What do we know now? In 5 minutes, you know that mid cap's not doing so good and small cap either. There you go. That's power. Oil services or oil still hanging in there, but that's a serious selling volume bar right there on that top. I'll have to watch that and see what happens. Aerospace and defense, still hanging in there, not bad. Biotechnology, going sideways, there's nothing there. Energy, just like those other energy ETFs, leave it. Home builders, lost leadership. Till it turns, nothing, stay away. But materials, let me think here, let's connect these dots. Oh gosh, the home builders, they're not doing so well. Let me see, what's it take to build a home? Oh, Lego blocks? No, it takes materials. Look at that. You connect the dots and say, I'm leaving it alone. Oil and gas, another oil and gas exploration ETF, energy ETF that got hit fairly hard. Still above the 50-day. That was serious selling there, folks. Be careful. We're about done. Communications still hanging in here. Not too bad, but it did fall on a heavy volume Friday. It's been a leading group, and it's not as powerful as it was. Energy, another ETF. What does this tell you? Look at the volume there. I think I'm going to avoid some energy, the energy sector. That's power for you. Financials. What does this tell you? I think I'm going to avoid financial stocks. Now you know more than most people. You know where to go and what to avoid. Industrials, leave it alone. Technology, look at this. Ooh, not so good. Oh, not so bad. There you go. What does this say? I guess we could look at some technology stocks. And yes, we're involved with them. There we go. Consumer staples has now lost here. Look at the selling volume here. This has been steady, but now it's lost leadership. Consumer staples, leave it alone. By the way, this is what you can do. You can go in and type in this ticker symbol, and you can find out their top 10 holdings. And that'll tell you what to stay away from. There you go. Utilities, zip, nothing. Leave it alone. Consumer discretionary is still hanging in here. Needs to get back over the 50-day. Metals and mining. Let's see. How is gold doing? No, gosh, I think, and this isn't doing so good either. That's how you connect the dots. Stay away from that group. We're about done. Retail lost the 50-day, but it's not that bad, okay? But it needs to get back above the 50-day, just for what it's worth. Software. Now look at this. Technology. How's that look to you? That looks pretty dang good. Oh, yes, and guess what? We're involved heavily in technology stocks, and we have been. Back to the top. Technology's still hanging in there. There you go. There's the ETFs for the weekend. Have a great weekend. Happy Father's Day to the dads out there. Thank you for being committed fathers.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.